Happy New Year, everybody. Today is a special FabFit Friday. The first thing I want to do is a little housekeeping. I am actually working on a monthly template that's going to allow me to fine-tune the scheduling of my workflow because I want to make time to do bigger projects in and amongst all the things I do during the week. So I'm working on that. So there's going to be a little lag time before I get myself set up. So February 1st is when I'm going to start this new schedule. So I'm really excited about it. Hey, Karen, welcome. Happy New Year. My goal is to create my content ahead of time instead of doing it weekly. So if things come up and I can't, if I don't have time to shoot something during the weekend, I'll still be able to publish my fit tips and my cool tools. I'll be able to do all those things. So I'm working on that schedule and I'm very excited to see how that goes, but it's taking me time to work out the kinks. So some of the things I thought I would have done for today, I don't. But to answer Melissa, welcome. I did do the embroidery and I'm going to share that with you. So today I'm going to do two things. I'm going to be sharing my finished twisted leg jeans. I wore them on Christmas Eve and they were so comfortable and I love them. I wore them with a belt without a button. I still haven't put the button on, so I guess they're not 100% finished, but they're getting there. And if I know me, I'll probably wear them a few more times before I actually get to putting the button on, because if you wear a belt, then, it keeps everything shut. And sometimes I feel like the button actually adds more bulk on my belly under my, the button adds bulk under my belt. But I will be putting a button on, actually two buttons, and I'll show you that again. Hey, Barbara, Happy New Year. The other thing I want to share with you today, so you guys are going to get first dibs on my upcoming in-person fitting workshops. So I'm going to be doing a 3-day pants fitting workshop in Manchester, Connecticut. And there's a link to that in the description below. I taught 3 of those last year and they were amazing experiences. So if you're interested in spending an entire weekend with me at the Hampton Inn in Manchester, Connecticut, check that out. That's a pants-only workshop. It's limited to 10 students. I have figured out that for a 3-day period, 10 is a wonderful number of students because no one leaves frazzled. And everyone leaves with a pattern, and some people actually started their first pair of pants by Sunday. So it's a nice amount of time for a small class like 10. And that's going to be on March 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. If you're flying in, I will pick you up from the airport and drop you back off. If you don't have a sewing machine, I have extra sewing machines that you can use. The second thing I'm offering, which is a very unique opportunity, and I don't know if I'll be able to offer this again. I probably will, but it's a special circumstance where I'm going to be holding full day in-person workshops at my friend's tailoring shop. This tailoring shop is a big space, and the cool thing about this one-day in-person semi-private workshop is that you don't need to bring anything. All you need to bring is your pattern and your muslin if you have it started. If you don't have it started, you can work with one of my patterns and I'll have that available for you when you come. There are sewing machines, there are scissors, there are pins, there are needles, there is thread, there is everything we need, so you don't need to bring anything. So that's a super convenient opportunity. If you want to fly in for the one-day workshop, I can pick you up and drop you back off at the airport for that. And I did include a link in the information PDF for a hotel near the airport that has a free shuttle. So if you want to fly in the night before, and I'll pick you up in the morning, or if you want to fly in, well, if you fly in that morning, I can pick you up directly from the airport. It's going to start at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you're driving in, I will have directions for that for you. Plus, I put a link to a hotel in East Hartford where the tailor shop is. So there's two convenient ways for you to get to and from this workshop, whether you're driving or flying. And we're going to spend from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. working on fitting. And this is semi-private, 2 students only. So like if you have a sewing best friend or a mom and a sister or any of these situations where you'd like to spend the day with your BFF, with me, fitting, this is a wonderful opportunity. There are 3 different, I'm doing 3 different days. So the 20th, 21st, and 22nd of February. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you can pick one of those days and come. I will hold it even if one person comes. So if one person comes, I will still hold it. And I'm really excited about this opportunity because you can work on what you want to work on, whether it be a shirt, pants, or jeans. So if you want to check any of these opportunities out, please click the links in the description below. I will be sending my newsletter out this weekend. So if you're interested, especially in those semi-private fitting workshops, sign up sooner than later because there's only 2 spaces per day for those. So I'm super excited about all of this. Oh, hey, Sally. Happy New Year. You're excited to hear about my plans for 2025? Yay! Wait a minute. Let me just back up. Victoria's having surgery on the 14th. Victoria, we're sending you all good vibrations for your surgery, especially Barbara just said good luck with surgery. Victoria, that is so sweet. Karen says, I wish I lived closer. Well, like I said, you can fly in and I will pick you up. So that is an option. And later in the year, I will be planning some travel workshops. I will tell you that in August, I am trying to put together a workshop in Tennessee. So that's the other thing I have in my schedule for travel at the moment. But I don't have that definitely set up yet because I'm waiting for the hotel to get back to me on which weekends are available in August in Tennessee. But I'm excited about that as well. I will be launching more things for the second half of the year, late spring, early summer. So I just wanted to give a heads up to everybody for what I'm going to be doing for the first quarter, January, February, March. Another thing I wanted to let everybody know is that I do have black performance sports knit in stock to make yoga pants. And I didn't put a link for that in the description below, but I will. And I think I will be adding a Zoom class to make yoga pants in the next month or 2. So Zoom classes I will be adding to my schedule. They will be in my newsletter that I'm going to launch this weekend. So if you haven't had a chance to register for my newsletter, you can click the Linktree link in the description below and sign up for my newsletter. Oh, Karen has to take care of your mom. Well, that's close to my heart, Karen. That definitely comes first before anything. So I'm also sending you hugs and good vibrations for that. Melissa wants to know where in Tennessee. It's going to be in Mount Juliet near Memphis. So that is going to be happening. But like I said, I just haven't gotten the dates nailed down yet because it's a little more logistical or things for me to figure that out across states. But I do have one of my students who came to one of my 3-day workshops is actually helping me plan this. She lives in Tennessee. So I do have someone on the ground there. So anyway, that's it for the workshops. If you're interested in those, like I said, check the link below. And this weekend I will be putting them in my newsletter and advertising them more broadly, but I feel like I wanted to share them with my friends who come and visit with me every week here on my YouTube channel first. So that's that. Now, Melissa lives there. That's wonderful. Well, stay tuned. if I can get it together in time, it may be in my newsletter. We'll see. I just have to wait for the hotel to get back to me. Okay, so moving on, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share with you my twisted leg jeans. I really wish I had had more done on the second pair of jeans I'm starting. I haven't worked on them at all, so I'm just gonna make this another shorty because, like I said, it takes a long time to plan a schedule and to sort of change the way you work. I'm really making a huge effort to make myself more efficient so I can get more things done. So I apologize for not having a ton of stuff done for today, but I'm just one little person doing this, so everything takes a long time. Hey Helen, welcome, welcome. Helen was in my very first pants fitting workshop in person in March. So a year ago, Helen came to my pants fitting workshop and she did an amazing job. So I'm calling you out, Helen. Happy New Year. All right, let me switch my view here. All right, so here we are looking at my jeans, and I just want to make sure, let's get in real close, and I want to make sure I'm really sharp and maybe make it a little, well, I guess that light's okay. So I guess let me turn to the back first to show you. So in the back, I did three of these fun style wider belt loops or belt carriers. Okay, and you can see if you look really closely, let me see if I can zoom in really close. You can see I basically took a piece of denim that filled my hoop and I made an entire hoop of this shape or of this fill, and then I cut the I will cut out the belt loops to I will cut the belt loops out of the embroidered fabric. So that's how I made these. So first I embroidered a big piece of fabric with this fill, and then I cut the belt loops out and sewed them on. So that's how I made these belt loops. And of course it mirrors the back pocket. So here's how my back pockets came out. If you remember, I was sewing them on. So there's one back pocket and there's the other back pocket. And that's how the belt loops or belt carriers look on the back. In the front, I made just wider sort of standard belt loops because I didn't want it to get too busy, because with the pockets in the front fly, I felt like I had very little space here. So, but you can see I did, in fact, cut out the belt loops with that embroidered denim. So it all ties together, and that made me pretty happy. So I was happy with the way that that came out. Let me just stop here. Oh, Vicky's asking me if I have a pattern for the bra behind me. Okay, so this bra right here, this is the Anita maximum support or extreme control sports bra. I live in these bras, and actually I don't have a pattern for it, but I do have a DIY how to make your own sports bra, and I actually cut apart that bra, made the pieces, and I showed how to make that sports bra. So if you just look, search for DIY sports bra on my channel, you will find it. There's a part 1 and part 2. So you can make your own. There isn't a pattern. I'm not a bra expert. Like, I don't want to expand myself into things that I'm really not a pro at, and making bras is something that I feel like I'm not a pro at, so I'm not going to make a pattern for it, but I do show how I took it apart, made pattern pieces, and then made that bra. Oh, so actually, if you're wondering why that bra is on there, I taught a class on how to pad up your dress form. So one of the ways you can get a good shape that agrees with you is by putting a bra that you wear on a regular basis on your dress form and then padding it up. And I actually put, in addition to some fluff, so see there's fluff, but I also put bust pads in there as well. Ugh. So see there are bust pads in there. So that's, oh, I probably should show you like this. So, you know, I had the bust pads in there to give it a natural shape, and then I used the filling to fill it up in addition to, you know, in addition to the bust pads to give it a nice shape. And this was actually part of my how to pad up a dress form class I taught for the North Jersey ASG. So that's why this bra is on here. And it measures and it's shaped like me, which is kind of cool. All right, so that's why that's there. Okay. All right, so let me see. All right, so I showed you the embroidery for that I did on the belt loops, the back pockets. Let me do a little bit of a wider view here. And then, you know, just to show you, I love my top stitching. So if you look at the top stitching down the leg, you can see I made it very obvious for the inseam. Okay, so this is the inseam, that's the middle of the back leg. That's how it looks. And I did a sort of a traditional double folded 1/2 inch hem on here. So I folded it up like 3/8 and then I folded it up a 1/2. And if I turn this inside out, I just want to show you, these jeans are so soft and comfortable because of the flannel backing on them. I just want to show you how everything worked out here. Here's another detail I didn't talk about actually. When you finish your front pocket right here, notice I top stitched both of my seam allowances to the back. Okay, so see how there's little top stitching and it goes right down to the base of the pocket bag. So the pocket bag ends here. The reason why you want to do that is to hold the seam allowances to the back. It's more comfortable that way. So if I turn it inside out, you can see that here is the top stitching, you know, keeping the seam allowances to the back. And then what I did was I clipped one seam allowance. So see how I clipped the seam allowance here? I clipped it so I could, in fact, press it open all the way down the leg like this. Now it's not pressed open because I literally just took these out of the wash, but if you clip it right underneath the pocket, you can press your side seam open, and I pressed it open all the way to the hem, and then you can see here that allows you to catch the open seam allowance, the open side seam allowances in the hem, and that's less bulky. So that's how I handled the side seam. The inseam is from the crotch. So here's my crotch. I think I showed you when I was working on this, I cut out one of the layers to make it less bulky through the inseam and crotch intersection. And then the 3 rows of top stitching lay nice and flat. And then when you get to the hem, you can see how the hem is completely encased in the inseam is encased in the hem. But the other thing I want to show you is because this twisted leg is coming in on an angle, when you fold it up, it ends up over here, right? So it's almost like it offsets and it's less bulky. So having this twisted leg seam actually made it easier and less bulky to do the hemming. So that's how I finished the hem. But I have to say, I really, really, really love these. I love this flannel. And I thought they were going to be really warm, maybe too warm for me to wear inside, but they really weren't. they're not super warm like I thought. So that's my twisted leg jeans. I'm like super excited about them. Now here's what I think I showed you this before, but I'm just going to show you one more thing here. You know, I'm going to put a traditional tack button, the kind of button that has the shank. I'm going to put that here. I'll have my buttonhole here, but then I think to keep that, because this is so long, I made a wider fly extension or a fly shield here. So it extends almost 2 full inches past the zipper. I think I'm going to put a second button right here. Well, actually the button will be here. And then I'll put a buttonhole over here just to hold all of this together nice and flat. You know, and you can get those little, they make like little flat buttons like for the inside of things. So that's what I'm going to do for this. I mean, I haven't gotten to it yet, but I will be doing that. I'll be adding a tack button here, a traditional jean button here, and a flat button here. And the buttonhole will be here. Oh, Barbara said that was going to be your next question. They do look warm, and I mean, they are warm, but I thought they were going to be like too warm for me, but they weren't. They were really comfortable. Like I said, I wore them Christmas Eve, and you know, it was cold, but it wasn't like cold in my sister's house. We went to my sister's house for Christmas Eve, but I really like them, and I'm excited to make the next pair. Now, the next pair I'm going to be making is going to be out of that salt and pepper denim that I got from LA Finch Fabric. So it's white on the wrong side and sort of a very dark gray on the right side. Those are going to be more, you know, traditional straight leg. But I'm going to make more of a wider leg. So they're not those barrel jeans that you see that I think were going to be out of style before I would have a chance to make a pattern for them, but more of a, I don't want to say trouser jeans, but more of an open leg or wider leg jean so it doesn't catch at the knee. So that's what I'm going to be making for my second pair, and the focus on that is going to also be the top stitching detail. I have some cool things I'm going to be doing with that. So I will be getting that going for next week. But like I said, I'm really struggling to try to get my new schedule for 2025 so I can fit more things in there. So, or I'm not fit more things, but you know, I have my pattern rebrand that I've been talking about for 2 years now. I haven't rebranded a single thing yet. So I want to have big blocks of time to do those projects. So that's why I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. And it's just taking me a little bit of time to get it all going. Oh, Karen is saying relaxed. Yeah, a relaxed fit. Exactly. You know, something that's going to be, you know, relaxed. Let me see if I have I have a picture. I have an inspiration picture here. Let me see if I can find it. I think I taped it into my new planner. It was in my old planner, and then when I switched planners, I thought I moved it. But maybe I didn't. Well, I'll find the inspiration picture. I guess I didn't tape it in here where I can easily find it. But I want to do like a relaxed fit pair of jeans that has not a wide leg, but just a trouser-ish style leg. Like maybe the slim fit of my Sorsha Classic Slim trousers, that kind of leg. So, and those will be spring because the denim I'm working with is very lightweight and it's got some stretch to it. So it'll fit from the waist through the crotch, but then it will be sort of a wider fit or a more relaxed fit. So that's what I'm going to work on next. And these, you know, I did model them for you, so you know that these fit me pretty snugly through the upper thigh, and then they start to loosen up, and then they're sort of a bootleg down at the hem. So I'll have 2 different versions of new jeans to wear. I'm very excited about that. And yeah. All right, so I'm so happy that you guys came for this sort of short FabFit Friday. I haven't shot any Fit Tip Tuesdays. I haven't shot any Cool Tools because, like I said, I'm trying to get my new schedule going. So that's my report. So I hope everybody had a wonderful New Year's celebration. I actually stayed up past dropping the ball for the first time in years. And just between you and me, it was because we were watching the new Squid Games, and that fascinates me for some reason. I know it's a little bit gruesome, but I really enjoyed watching that. It was so exciting. It kept me up past midnight. So I actually saw the ball drop for the first time in years. Usually my bedtime at New Year's Eve is 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock like it normally is, but I was perky, so I did stay up. So that's my report. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and during the course of January I will be getting things back to normal, so I will be starting to post more videos once I get my super serious schedule set up. So I think you're going to really appreciate my new organization and my new workflow, because I'll be able to just do more things and be more organized, and you'll be able to plan better in terms of what you want to spend your time watching me do, because I think I will even be able to get that monthly a monthly schedule out, which I tried to do last year, and I think I got like January, February, March, monthly calendars, and then I petered out of that. So I'm really trying to be organized. So anyway, that is my report. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for a bit. I will see you next Friday, and I'll have more exciting things to share with you with my new jeans that I'm going to be working on. So thank you. Have a great weekend, and I will see you again soon. Bye.